Buenos días, los Estados Unidos. Jericho Green with you here in the morning. And yes, y'all, it is still colder than a well digger's ass in Montana. But I'm not here to talk about that well digger's ass. I'm here to talk about that racist piece of shit in the White House. I'm here to talk about that Klansman, David Duke's homie, that we have in the White House. I'm here to talk about the Nazi that is sitting in the Oval Office, enacting his plan of racist domination in America. He's trying to make America white again, people. And his latest tactic is releasing black people. Wait a minute. If he's racist and he only likes white people, why the fuck is he trying to release black people from prison? Let's put a pin in that. We'll get back to that later. But this racist son of a bitch is trying to repeal some aspects of the 1994 crime bill signed by then President Bill. Stick his dick in anything that is moving Clinton. Shouldn't have came on that dress, Bill. You would have got away with it. Anyway, President Trump is putting together a bill that will repeal some aspects of that crime bill. It will help prisoners find jobs when they get out. It'll make it easier for them to have jobs. It will reduce the sentence of some federal drug offenders. And that's a beautiful thing, because the 94 crime bill, which was pushed by the Congressional Black Caucus, that's right, people, it wasn't a bunch of old white men in a fucking conference room in a three-piece suit laughing maniacally. Lock up the darkies. Wrong. Do those people exist? Yes, motherfucker. But all kinds of fucked up people exist. Anyway, so this crime bill, it put laws on the books that were stiffer and would put people in prison longer for crack cocaine. And it was pushed by the Congressional Black Caucus because they were tired of seeing the violence in the black community that crack cocaine brought. And people say, well, it's racist because if you have some cocaine, powder cocaine, and someone has the same amount of crack cocaine, the person with the crack cocaine is going to get more time. And it's because they're black. That's wrong too. The reason that you get more time for crack is because of the violence associated with it. Now, was there violence associated with coke? Yes, of course. But it was on more of a cartel level. It was bad. In Miami at one time during the 80s, they had to bring in refrigerated trailers to hold the bodies because the morgues were fucking stacked to the rafters with dead Colombians. But it wasn't on the ground level. It wasn't in neighborhoods like crack was. Innocent people getting caught in the crossfire, kids being shot, communities falling apart, gangs killing each other over drug turf, children being left at home for days and weeks at a time because mom is out sucking dick passed out in a fucking crack house. Well, there's dick sucking going on with coke? Yeah. I used to suck dick for coke. I seen him. You ever suck dick for marijuana? Huh? I love that movie. Anyway, there was more violence on a ground zero level, on a neighborhood level with crack cocaine than there was with powdered coke. But there is a drug out there that you would get the exact same time for as crack cocaine, even if you're white, with all your white privilege. It's called, drumroll, meth. That's right, you would get the same exact amount of time for the same exact amount of meth as you would for crack cocaine. So the Congressional Black Caucus leaned on Bill Clinton until he put this bill into law, until he signed it into law, the 94 crime bill, because of the violence. So people were getting fat sentences for a little bit of crack because they were trying to make it a deterrent for people to stop selling it and fucking up their communities. Now, President Bush is trying to repeal some of that. He's trying to lessen those laws, lessen those punishments, and let people out of jail so they can get their ass back to work. Working is not just about money. 10 years ago, what was it? 08, 09, something like that. The whole, the recession started. The housing bubble popped. The economy was fucked for everybody. So I started working at the radio station, and for 6 months, I didn't have any work. I had my little money that I left the radio station with, and I was looking for work before I found my job that I have now, and I've been at for 10 years. But having a job is about self-worth. I was so fucking bored without work. I felt like I'm not contributing to the household. I'm not helping out. I'm not doing my part. I'm not being a productive member of society. My wife would come home on her lunch break. House was clean. Lunch was made. I'm like, so, what else can I do? You need work to make you feel valuable. You need something to do all day. Idle hands are the devil's playground. So it's not just money that comes from working. Self-worth, self-respect, and belonging to the workforce. You sit at home and you feel like those midday commercials are talking to you. Are you sitting on the couch? Are you not doing anything? Man, go to school. Make a difference. Be an artist. Be a TSA or some shit. There's always some work like that. And you feel like saying, hey, motherfucker, I'm not worthless. I'll get a job. I had one. But anyway, this is going to get people out of prison and into work, into the workforce, make it easier for them to get jobs and be productive members of society, therefore repairing their community. You have people selling crack. Why are they selling crack? Well, because there's only one person, one adult in their household, their mama, and they feel the pressure to make money and help support their family, which they shouldn't. If there's no father in the home, these children are going to find that father figure somewhere, and in most cases, it's a fucking gangbanger / drug dealer. So don't give me this bullshit about, no, it's just racist white people, and it's because I'm black. Wrong. I've never been in trouble for crack. I got crackheads in my family. I've seen crack before. One time when I was in Mississippi, I was at a gas station sitting in the car, and about 10 feet away, I see this crackhead smoking crack out of his hand. Yes, out of his hand. He put the crack rocks in his palm. I guess he couldn't find an antenna. He put the crack rocks in his palm, took the lighter, waved them over the rocks till they started smoking, and then he sucked the smoke into his mouth. I went to Baltimore one time, and this truck pulls up. These fools on the corner selling crack. This truck pulls up. This dude had his son sitting in the truck next to him. Kid was probably 6 or 7 years old. So he pulls up to the curb. A little dope dealer comes up to the passenger side window and hands the dude the crack and takes the money inside. It was like right in front of the kid. The transaction was made right in front of this kid sitting there watching his father buy crack. So just because you're black doesn't mean you get fucking hemmed up by the cops and get thrown in jail. If you have crack on you, there's going to be a fucking problem. But if you fix the family, then selling crack won't be an option. Don't sit here and act like police and lawmakers are targeting black people simply because they're black. You think there might be a correlation between a broken family and high crime rates? A broken family and drug dealing? You think? Black people have the highest number of single-parent homes. They're the ones mostly affected by this crime bill. But that racist son of a bitch is going to try to repeal that. Try to get rid of it. Try to make it easier for them to get out and become productive members of society. What a racist son of a bitch he is. What a fucking asshole. The nerve. They were right. The Donna Lamones, that dude Rachel Maddow on MSNBC, the Voxes, the HuffPos, they were right. That motherfucker's racist. He keeps helping black people. God damn it. First he releases those black kids from jail in China. Now he's trying to repeal crime bills that disproportionately affect black people. Boy, I'm telling you, we're on to you, Trump. We're on to you, Fuhrer. You're not going to get away with this helping black people shit. And if you look at the video of him talking about this yesterday, there's black people standing behind him. They're Republicans. There were no Democrats there. Now, I'm interested to see how the Crypt Keeper, how Aunt Pearl, how Leatherface, Kamala the Ugandan Nightmare, Miss Swan. I'm interested to see how they're going to spin this and somehow still call Trump a racist. Right now, even in the headlines, he's getting support. They all pretty much say the same thing. Trump is supporting a bill for reform of the 94 crime bill. And Kushner, his Jew son-in-law, because you know he hates Hitler, hates some damn Jews. His Jewish son-in-law, Kushner, wanted to push this through before the midterms, but McConnell told him, basically get your ducks in a row, make sure you have everything lined up, and we'll try to get this through at the beginning of the year. So keep an eye on him, y'all. Don't let that racist bastard get away with this. Freeing black people. Getting black teenagers out of prison for stealing. Motherfucker, you. Now you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Follow your boy on the Twitters, @Green_Jericho. I'm Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.